it going, everybody? Fix It French here with our first video, how to change a tire. First off, let's go over some tools we're going to need for this project. I got a jack here. It's a 3-ton jack which will lift my car with ease. Tire iron. If you do any kind of work on your car, you got to take tires off all the time. I recommend getting that. You can get it at Walmart, an auto parts store. Jack stand. Of course, you might just say you're changing a tire. Why do you need that? Well, if anybody who's watching this video doesn't really know what they're doing, safety first. Next, this is basically another tool that you can use as a tire iron. It comes free with most cars. You usually find it in the trunk of your car. It's basically the same tool, and I'll show you how to use all of these things in the video. Here we go. So before we jack the car up off the ground, we're going to take our tire iron and we're just going to loosen up the lug nuts. You can see as I begin to take off each lug nut that the car moves. This is why we actually keep the car on the ground while we do this, so it's sturdy and the tire doesn't spin. Also note that when you are taking each lug nut off, what we want to do is we want to go in a star pattern, or basically every other one. Why we want to do this is just to keep the tire balanced as we take it off, and most importantly when we put the lug nuts back on, as you'll see later in the video. Now it's time for us to get the car off the ground. This is actually a pretty simple thing. Just grab your jack. What you want to do is find a solid piece of the car, normally the frame. Right here we're going to be using what's called a jack point. The grooves in this actually match the grooves in the jack that you'll find in your trunk, and it'll lift your car pretty easy. We're going to lift it up just high enough so that we can get our jack stand underneath, and when it's down there we're going to click it up as many times as we can, get it as close to the frame as we can, and then we are going to slowly lower the weight of the car onto the jack stand, just like that. And then we're going to lift our jack actually back up just to touch the bottom of the car, and then we're going to start taking off the loosened lug nuts. We're going to get the new tire, we're going to put it on, and then by hand we're going to put each lug nut on. Alright, now that the tire's on snug, we need to lift our jack up just a little bit so we can get our jack stand out. When it's lifted, we're going to go back underneath the car. And to get that stand down, we're just going to lift this just like that, pull it out, and then we're going to lower the car down slowly. We don't want the car to slam down on the ground, just like that. Now pull the jack out. We're going to get back to the tire, take our tire iron, and we're going to make sure that all the lug nuts are nice and tight. So if you're the person who doesn't have a tire iron but you do have this, you just don't know how to use it, it's actually pretty easy to use. Let me explain. You just put it on like this, and one thing cool about this is you don't actually have to turn the lug nut to get it from one side to the other. It has a swivel on it, so it swivels back and forth, left and right. And so all you have to do really is, since you can swivel it like this, is remember lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. You get it to the side you want, and you can just put your body weight on it, lefty-loosey, and loosen it right up. And then when you're tightening it up, the exact same thing, just turn it, put your body weight on it, and tighten it down, just like that. It's that simple, and that's how you use that tool, and that is how you change a tire. If this video helped you at all, please subscribe, share, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.